sadly, with that last rally, there will likely be many residents of Georgia who are quite ill because there were very few masks at the president's last super spreader event.
Dr. Greer makes a really good point because, look, I, for one, am sick of giving Republican officials credit for complaining now about the monster that they've created over the last 4 or 5 years. You've got Gabe Sterling out there saying, oh, my gosh, this violence is so terrible, while still perpetuating the lie that Stacey Abrams never conceded her race. And then you've got a full investigation into several organizations that Stacey Abrams started, the New Georgia Project, et cetera, being conducted right now by Brian Kemp. Marcus, as somebody who was a part of these organizations and did this kind of organizing in Georgia, what do you think about the fact that Republicans are saying it's a rigged system while at the same time investigating organizations that are dedicated to actually getting people involved in voting?
It's not surprising that I say it's hypocrisy. And also, I just wanted to touch back on a former point. You have to be a special hot mess to make Republicans depress their turnout in January 5th, like in January on a special election. And that is exactly what's happening right now. I was in Atlanta, Georgia, driving up 85, and I saw a billboard that actually said, since Donald Trump, since Kelly Loeffler and Purdue does not support Donald Trump, we should not support him. We should not support them. Yeah, and that's a real billboard that's going on. So, I mean, listen, the hard work that was made by these organizations on the ground, Black Lives Matter, Black Voters Matter, New Georgia Project, Fair Fight, ACLU just for protecting the law, and Black Male Voter Project, all these organizations that are down here on the ground that are working, have been working for the past few years. You match that with the amount of ineptitude and hot messness that is the Republican Party's campaign for Senate here in Georgia, and we might actually see a win, and that is the most amazing thing to me.
You know what? The political science term of hot messness, I will make sure that I and Dr. Greer use that in future classes. Latasha, so I want to get into some hardcore numbers here. Usually what we've seen in the past for runoff elections, right, is that there's a drop anywhere from 20 to 30, 40-something%. What does the turnout drop out? What does the drop-off rate have to be for Democrats to still be successful? Can it only be 15% from the general election in November? Can it only be 20? What do you guys have to see in order for this to be successful for Ossoff and Warnock?
We are operating as if it can be zero.